Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I am going to be sharing with you my new favorite budgeting tool. And no, it's not a planner related video, but it is helping me with I use it in addition to my budget planner. So technically it's still planner related, but I have been loving the Fudget app. I started using it a couple months ago. If you guys have seen my past couple of budget setups, and I discovered it through a fellow YouTuber here, Shay Budget. She does planner and budget videos, and she does have a tutorial up, but I am not going to be doing a full-on tutorial. I just want to quickly show you how I'm making the Fudget app work for me. So let's go ahead and just get into the app. So I pretty much have it set up for the whole entire year. I don't think I can't zoom in any closer, so let me show you guys what I have. So this is the whole list of budgets. You can create as many budgets, or it seems like you can create as many budgets as you want. And then I do have the free version. If you guys wanted to purchase it, you can purchase it for $1.49, and that gets rid of all of the apps or the ads that pop up. But for me, this works just fine. But maybe eventually I'll end up paying for the pro version. But let me just exit out of there. So this is what I have going on. So I pretty much have my budget set up until December 2019, even down to like Christmas, my savings plan for the year, our tax refund, which we just completed yesterday. Not tax refund, our taxes. And then like my son's birthday and all of that kind of stuff. So in January, I still was kind of messing with it to see how I'm going to make it work for me. So anything that just says January 2019 or February 2019, those are pretty much a running list of bills and payday listed in order. So for example, here in my February 2019 budget, I have payday. Oh no, wait. Oh no, I took out, hold on. I went to settings. I was messing with it earlier and I accidentally clicked on the show date column. I like to have my date on, and I think that's pretty much it. I think I accidentally deleted that or changed it. So let's go back into February 2019. So there you go. Now you have the dates all right here. So what I have down on here is our payday that we got paid on the 8th. And then I carried over what was left in January. And then after that, it's a bunch of bills, anything that's due listed in order of when it's due. And then as it gets taken out of our account, most of our bills are on auto pay, but I don't check off that it's paid for until it clears from our account. Just so it kind of reminds me to go back and check to make sure that it got taken out, because we have, like, especially over the holidays, you just never know. So yeah, so that's all of our bills. And then so this is think of it as like your paycheck to paycheck budget, which is nice. This kind of helps out to see all the numbers, calculated for you. So here at the bottom it shows what you paid for so far, and then I zeroed out my balance because I went ahead and at the very bottom here you'll see we had $915 left over after bills and whatever needs to get paid for the month. So we had $915 left over, which we use as our variable expense allowance. So that's why this is zeroed out. And then I also have on here, because I always forget, so when it's around tax season, I always forget to put on here like our fee that we pay for, which will totally usually screw up. Oh no, which will screw up our budget. And then we also have a car registration due as well, so that's on there. And then this is so paycheck on the 27th up until, so our next payday after that will be March 8th. So it goes into the first week of March. And I like this because I can see how much how much I need to save or keep in our account in order for the bills here to get paid for. I don't know if that makes sense. But, and I also like to put on here when our next payday will be, but I don't put anything on there because I will roll it over to the next month, which is in March. So again, same thing here. So payday, and then with all these bills that occurs every month, you can put a star on them. So then when you make another budget, it'll ask you, do you want me, or do you want to add your starred items to the budget? You can either say yes or no. So that kind of helps you save some time from writing the same thing over and over. Okay, so that's pretty much how I have my February 2019 budget set up. All the bills, all the things I have to get paid for. And then so I have other things in February. So I have February expenses, which is my budget that I have set up. So similar to what I would have on paper, like what I had written down, like here, like all of our budgets. I put it on here as well, just so I know how much I budgeted for each category. And it also helps out when I'm setting it up, it calculates it for me. So I know how much I have left over to, you know, maybe budget out for like groceries, laundry, like all that kind of stuff. So that's my February expenses. And then I also use this as a grocery monthly Sam's Club, Costco, like grocery lists or things that we need, because we do go to Sam's Club every month to get a lot of the bulk items for like food and things we need for like the home. So I also have a running list of Sam's Club, and I just change it every month. So I will move this like when we and when it's time to shop in March, I will. Why is it not letting me? That's the only, sometimes this happens to me. I don't know if it's like, because usually I'll be able to click on it and then drag it. So let me go ahead and just restart it again. Sorry. It happens. It doesn't bug me too much. So yeah, see, so if I just hold it down a little bit, I'll move it down to March, and then I'll just rename that to Sam's Club March. But since we're in February, let's just leave it like that. And then I just have a list of the typical things that we buy, and then I just put 0 next to the usual things if we don't need it for that month. Like diapers we didn't need, wipes we didn't need, coffee we didn't need. And then that way we have the prices already on there. Some things will end up on sale, so I just have to, or sale or go back to regular price. So I just have to sometimes check back with that. So but we don't go over our budget. But we've been pretty good. So we were under budget by $2.34. And then when we're at the store, I can also use this as a list to check things off as we go. So that's how I use it, as a grocery list as well. And what else? And then I have, so I also broke it down with tracking expenses. I don't really write it down anymore because I don't know, I've been dropping the ball and writing it down in my planner. So what I do now in my planner, what I'm going to start to do is to just write down the amount, and then I'll have it in this app like where we spent our money. So we are doing the cash envelope system. I'm really bad at keeping receipts, but I've just been kind of putting it back in the envelope as we pay for things. So here, so I have a February cash envelopes and then a February debit budget where we put things on our debit card. So for February cash envelopes, we had started with $540, which I also have on my paper planner, and then what was left over in January for takeout, left over for groceries. And then as we spend like our cash, I will write it in here, and then the amount should match. So this is how much we started with, 551, and then our balance, we still have $390 left, and that amount should match what's inside our cash envelopes. And then we do round up depending on if we decide to use change, because we've been putting all of our excess change into a piggy bank just as an extra savings, I guess. So we round up, so that's why all of these numbers are even, and it kind of helps like track it a little better, I guess. So yeah, so that's what I'm using, and then I have the dates on here when we spent it. So that's been really helping out, because as soon as we spend our money, I quickly put it on my phone. So that's how I'm tracking our expenses. And then as far as debit goes, what was left over in our account should be $360 just for our variable expenses, which is for like we used it for Sam's Club or miscellaneous, gas, and laundry. So that's what I have on here. And then we still have 2 weeks until our next payday is March 8th, and that's when I will be doing another set of cash envelopes instead resetting our budget. We only have $29 left in our account, which should be, we only have to spend really on gas, so that should be okay. So that's pretty much it for that. And then I also have, so just the running list of all the bills and stuff that's due, again, just how I had it set up with February. And then at the very bottom is where I usually like to put what are variable expense allowances, and then anything else excess would be like what we would save. And then speaking of saving, I also decided to make a savings plan on here because it'll calculate everything for me if it goes according to plan. And I had already talked to my husband about this, and hopefully we stick with the plan because it sounds great, the amount of money we'll be able to save up. Because for one, in March, it's going to be our last car payment and our last Disneyland payment. So in April, we'll be left with a little bit more money to save. So, and then before I forget, I was going over this budget one night. I couldn't sleep, so I pretty much did this all in one night, except for the things at the bottom here, because I just was so excited to see how much we would save with the money that's going to free up, because in July as well, or June, it's going to be one of our last it's going to be our last month paying off one of our loans, which we were paying $200 every other week. So every 2 weeks we were paying $200. So that's going to save us a lot of money too. But anyways, so I also have a savings plan here, which $3,000 is going to be from our tax refund. That's how much we're going to be able to save. I think we'll be able to save a little bit more than that, actually. And then March, that's how much we're going to save, you know, April. So here in July, that's where really like we'll start to really be able to save a lot more. So here at the bottom, sorry, my camera cut off. I've been kind of glancing back and forth because for some reason this camera just shuts off every once in a while. So, so here that's in red is things that I want to have. So here in red, I can't talk right now. I think have too much caffeine in me. So our emergency fund, I set us up with a goal of $5,000 to have by the end of the year, which I'm pretty sure we'll have that amount by June or July, maybe even sooner, maybe even in May. My Christmas fund, or our Christmas fund, we wanted to increase it from last year. I think last year we only spent not even like $600. So we're increasing that to $1,000. And then we are going to be going to the Philippines, so we set us up with an allowance of $1,500, which I don't even know if we're going to use that whole amount, probably not, but I just have it budgeted that way. And then extra debt payment would be this much. And this savings plan, I was telling my husband, doesn't include any of the overtime that he does, because just in case. So I'm just budgeting for however much he makes regularly. So anything extra that he's going to make is going to help us save faster and pay down our debt faster. So that's the goal. And then what else do I have on here? I also have a Christmas budget. I'm starting super early this year because I felt like I was playing catch up last year. So for Christmas, this is the people that we're going to be shopping for. There's a lot of us, and we have a big family, and we're mostly buying just for the kids in the family, like nieces and nephews. And I have like pretty much $25 budgeted for each kid, but sometimes like when you find deals, it's probably going to end up cheaper. But I like to just budget on the higher end so that if I find whether or not I find deals, at least we're covered. So if we save, that's a plus. So yeah, so that's our Christmas budget. And then what else do I have on here? I have our tax refund, like what we got. And then I also got one started for my son's birthday that we're gonna have just with his classmates, because his birthday does land on a school day. We'll probably just have it at a park near his school. And then I also have one for an apartment because we're still debating on whether or not we're going to move to another apartment. So I'm just prepping here to see how much it would be with my husband's monthly income, what our new rent will be like. And then by next year, if everything goes according to plan, our debt payment every month will be just $400, which is so much better than paying $1,900, which I think it was like 1870 something when we started our, paying down debt in June of last year. So that went down a lot. So I wanted to make sure that we'll be able to have our monthly allowance for variable expenses, and that we'll still be able to save somewhat, because I would hate to be struggling with the new rent, because right now we pay $1,400, so it's pretty much $1,000 more than what we pay now. I just want to make sure we're comfortable and not struggling, and that we're still going to be able to save. So that's pretty much that. Who knows, maybe we'll end up staying here and just saving all of our money. But we wanted to move into a place that has a pool and that's downstairs, because right now we're upstairs, and with the two kids sometimes I worry if they're gonna fall. They're gonna fall. So but anyways, that's pretty much it, I think. So far it's working out for me. Hopefully you guys found this video helpful. Try it out. If it's free. If you guys like it, let me know down below how you guys are using it, or maybe tell me what budgeting apps you guys use. I actually was using the Every Dollar Budget app, but I feel like this one works better for me. Like, it's just a lot more simple, I think. So I don't know. But yeah, anyways, I hope you guys found this video helpful. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys or talk to you guys in the next video. Have a great day. Bye.